New question, the member from Newmarket, Aurora.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Minister of Community and Social Services. Speaker, my constituent, Shay Nakjavan, was placed on a wait list for residential care at the age of 14. She is now 34 years old, 20 years on a wait list. Shay suffers from multiple health conditions, including epilepsy and seizure disorder, Dravet syndrome, a severe brain disorder related to epilepsy, cognitive delay, autism, diabetes, and obesity. Speaker, she has behavioral problems that often result in seizures and self-inflicted injury. Her aging parents have done what they can over the last 20 years to look after her. They now have their own health issues. For years, specialists have recommended 24/7 residential care. I trust the minister will agree that 20 years on a wait list is not only unconscionable, it is immoral. I'm asking the minister today, will you intervene on behalf of Shay and her parents and ensure that her care is looked after through resources in your ministry?
Thank you.
Seated, please. Seated, please. Thank you. The Minister of Community and Social Services.
Thank the honourable member opposite for his question. He's a champion of people with developmental challenges and the families that support them, and he was kind enough to bring this particular situation to my attention. He knows I can't comment directly on the case. It's be against the law to do that, but I can say here that we're aware that some individuals have very complex needs that make it very challenging to find a placement. It's the responsibility of the Developmental Services of Ontario and community agencies to work together as best they can with families to explore possible solutions. It's my job to make sure that that's done as effectively as possible, and I believe on the whole it is. That said, and I need to note that, of course, it's helpful that the extra $42.5 million we invested this year is bringing more developmental services to the fore.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Supplementary.
Speaker, I did bring this matter to the minister's attention, and I can't tell you how disappointed I am in the response. What I was hoping to hear from the minister was that, given the fact that his own ministry has agreed to put this woman on a priority list, and she has been there for years, that he would ensure that his own ministry's priority would be honored. Here is what's happening. Shay is being put on a priority list. Residential providers are skipping her in favor of other patients who don't require the same complexity of care. Wow. I call that discrimination. What should be happening is that his ministry should be honoring their own recognition of Shay's condition. I'm asking the minister one more time, rather than giving me platitudes and generalities, will he commit to work with me to ensure that Shay and her family are looked after?
Thank you. Be seated, please. Thank you. Without the extra comments, please. Minister.
Thanks, Speaker. I'm pleased to continue working with the member opposite. I appreciate his advocacy, truly. In fact, I appreciate the advocacy of all the folks in this House who worked together to support, as I did, the creation of the Developmental Services Special Committee. That's important work. In the meantime, we need, let me make it clear, we need to focus, I think, on 4 objectives: expanding direct funding, supporting people better in key life situations, responding to people who have urgent support needs — I agree with the member opposite — and broader options for residential supports. We know, for example, that improving housing options is critical, and that's why we created, upon the advice of our partnership table, an interministerial housing task force to recommend a broader set of options. So we look forward to working together with all members of the House, and I await with breathless.
Thank you.